What is going on, YouTube? It's 4Mod Gaming coming at you with another brand new video for 4Mod Monday, and this time we have another Destiny video. We got a few people on last night and decided to play some Crucible, so what we're going to be doing in this video is giving you some tips on how to lead your team to victory when playing in the Crucible. It can be a rather unforgiving place for some if you're ill-prepared or if you have little experience with it. There's a lot of different weapons. There's a lot of things to be aware of. So, starting out, just a little overview. If you've never played Control before, it's basically like domination in Call of Duty. There's 3 points that you need to capture, and once you capture them, you get points, or you get a multiplier for the kills. So, if you're holding 1 flag, then it's a 1x multiplier. You're holding 2, it's a 2x, and 3, obviously 3 times multiplier. So you play to 20,000 or to the time limit, so whichever comes first, and that's pretty much the gist of the game type. So kills are extremely important, but so are holding the flags, because if you're getting more kills but you're only holding 1 flag, then it kind of cancels out the fact that they're holding 2 flags and getting slightly less kills. So another couple important points. This map is Shores of Time, which I'll go into a little bit of strategy based on that later, but what we found is that even having the smallest amount of strategy in this game type can really be the difference between winning and losing, because if you go into the game knowing what you want to do or where you're going to go and how you're going to do it, it makes a world of difference. So a couple basic tips. First is, one, just kind of get used to the maps and kind of get used to the surroundings. There have been countless times that we've been in a game with some randoms and their awareness hasn't been that great. So you need to kind of play it and learn where some of the enemies are going to be coming from, like learn some of the more hotly contested spots, or learn some of the choke points and stuff like that, because that's a huge part of it. If you can cut off people coming to the flag that you're guarding, then that's going to make a huge difference. So another is to learn what type of weapon suits your playstyle the most. I run an auto rifle, a sniper, and a machine gun, and that's not always the best combination for someone. You know, there might be something that someone else likes better. I know a lot of people prefer pulse rifles or shotguns. Shit, that was my cell phone. Sorry about that. So there's people that run pulse rifles and shotguns as their specials, and those work really well, especially in close range. Some maps really aren't suited for that, but it all depends on your playstyle. There's rocket launchers available for your heavy weapons, which I know a lot of people use those as well. So, like I said, and I've said it a couple times already, is it really just depends on your playstyle. So, another helpful tip is to pay attention to when the heavy ammo comes in, because that's a huge momentum changer. If you can grab the heavy ammo before the other team does, then you're going to get a lot more kills, because those heavy weapons are extremely powerful. Another thing is when you get into a gunfight, normally, if you can help it, you don't want to get into one by yourself, because if they have more than one person, they're going to overpower you, no problem. There are very few occasions where you will get into a gunfight with more than one person and ever win. So you want to try to stick together, but you don't want to get so close together that you're all going to get knocked down at the same time. So that's a big help. Another one is to learn where the flags are. Obviously, it shows on your map where the flags are, so just getting used to how you can rotate to them and all that stuff is a huge asset to your team. So in this case, when we spawned at C, and on this map, the path to C and B is pretty short and pretty easy to guard. So you can sit up at the rock behind C and snipe down on people trying to cap B if they're standing in the right spot. So if you can control C and B, that's a much better strategy to have than to capture A and C or A and B. So just a little helper there. And one thing that you want to do too when you're playing against people is you always want to assume that they have all of their abilities. Like, you want to assume that they have their super, you want to assume that they have heavy ammo, you want to prepare for everything, I guess would be the better way to say that. So when you're getting in a gunfight, you just need to be aware and expect the unexpected from them, and hopefully, you know, it works out in your favor. I know there's been some issues I've noticed sometimes with some lag and everything, so it just kind of depends. There are some people that kind of lag around the map and everything, but I guess you're going to have that with any online game. So now when you're down, we started out, we lost the lead early on in this game, so when you're down, you don't want to let the enemies spawn trap you, and you also don't want to let your enemies try to split you between two flags. So like if you see them going for one flag, then you need to rotate to the flag that they have if you're controlling two. So like let's say that they're controlling A and we're controlling B and C. If we see someone on A or on C that they're controlling, then we need to move towards A. And eventually they're going to try to double back and hold the flags that they were originally holding. So I know it's a little confusing, it's kind of hard to explain, but like once you see it in this game, like how we're kind of rotating back and forth between C and A, because those two are pretty much a straight shot from one another, like laterally, then that's, you know, you can move back and forth between those flags pretty easily. B is a good one to hold because you can kind of watch over the whole area, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, like I said, the kills really matter, so you just want to get kills and you want to hold flags just like any other game type. But those tips, when they're used effectively, they should be a huge help. And you know, play as a team. That's really one of the big things too, is you just want to play as a team. You want to kind of get some communication going, whether you have to start a party with some of your teammates or if you have a fire team, just letting your teammates know somewhat of where they're going to be coming from or where they're shooting you from, then that's really going to help out too. So with those tips, you guys should have no problems leading your team to victory. So let us know what you think of the video. If you like the kind of tips that we're doing, it'd be much appreciated. And as always, if you like the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, send smoke signals, carrier pigeons, purchase some billboard space, hire a Skywriter, take a 4-mod sign to your next local televised sporting event, and as always, stay frosty.
Zone A neutralized. Zone A secure.
Oh!
Enemy captured Zone C.
Oh my god, these kids are bad.
Zone C neutralized. Zone C secure. Show them the true meaning of war. Enemy captured Zone A. More efforts like that, and we might just win this.
Jesus.